what happened was his name John Thompson at Georgetown.
Son?
The father.
The father.
Rest in peace.
Okay, rest in peace.
We was in the gym working out. Me, Jeff Green, Bobby Mays, everybody. But the one thing I never realized is when we all used to hoop, I used to always be correcting people. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, you gotta woo woo.
Oh, you was that guy.
Oh man, I was a dude. They like, yo, man, shut the fuck up. Like,
You got some archery shot, man.
right. No, seriously,
these a little bit, man.
seriously, man. No, for
Yo,
real.
just check the ball, man.
Yeah. Come on, Chris, shut up, man. So Big John brings me to the side. Was like, man, would you ever want to coach here? And I was like, man, I'm trying to make it back overseas. I ain't trying to coach in no Georgetown, but not realizing like, damn, now that I got older, I might have should have took that job. So long story short, he said, look, you might not want to work here, but can you just help LJ peak before he goes to USA? It was like USA 17s.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I mean, how much y'all gonna pay me? He's like, we ain't gonna pay you nothing. I just want you to help him. So I'm like, all right, I help him. So I help LJ. He goes to play for USA and kills it. So Big John, when I came back to hoop again, he was like, man, LJ shot the best he's ever shot. But I'm still like, yeah, all right, Big John, get out of here. Yeah, so I go keep trying to play again. It don't work. And then Kevin Seraphin reaches out to me and was like, yo, the New York Knicks want Big Phil. Was he the GM?
He was the head coach.
The head coach.
At this time, he was the GM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I came to New York. Phil Jackson. I met with.
We forgive you, Phil. I'm a Bulls guy. We forgive you.
Yeah. So I met with Kevin's team. I moved to Paris. I started helping him, and his team in Europe was like, we've never seen a coach like you before and how he's shooting. But still, I'm still in my beginning stages, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm in Paris. Like, like, you know what I mean? I ain't really. I'm a trainer right now, but I still might try to go back to be a player, you know. And then that's when Dwight Howard hit me up to help him with free throws. So I asked Kevin, I was like, yo, because I'm a loyal guy. So, like, if I'm with you and me and you and somewhere and another guy wants to intertwine within that schedule, I say, hey, man, is it cool if I go work with blah, blah, blah for like maybe a week and come back? And, oh, yeah, go ahead. So Kevin was like, yo, go help Dwight. So when I went to Dwight for free throws.
In Orlando?
For the Hawks.
Hawks, okay.
Yeah, so the Hawks brought me in. Shout out to that staff as well. So when I helped him the first 2 days, he was like, man, like, we've never seen a coach like you before. Mm-hmm. Can you stay for the whole summer? So I hit Kevin Seraphin back and was like, yo, bro, like, they want me to stay for the whole summer. He's like, bro, that's a dream come true if a team wants you to help a player for a whole summer. So I was in Atlanta, and then from there, man, it was like, God is good. Like, I started helping so many other teams that year. Like, OKC brought me in. Different teams was bringing me in.
So when they were bringing you in, they were bringing you in to work with the whole team or just one player?
Individually. Yeah. So, like, it's like a private contractor. So, you know, when you're not on staff and you come in to help people, you're basically like brought in to hire for that one person or two, because there are teams that I've helped more than two players before.
So when his percentage starts increasing, they're like, who's the guy that's doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're a mentor, right?
Right.
I want to go back a little bit because before you were a mentor, you had a mentor.
Right.
I told you I'm a Bulls guy.
Right.
Let's talk about one of the greatest shooters ever.
Right.
Craig Hodges.
Right, yeah.
Talk about the role he played in your development. Yeah,
so I was overseas, you know, man, you know, it's that rough, man. It's just, man, I'm barely making money at the time, and coach showed me on the bench, but he watched a lot of film. So when we played his team, I didn't play that game, and he came to me and was like, yo, Christmas time, just have your bags packed, be ready, because I'm going to trade for you. And respectfully, at that time, I knew Craig Hodges, but I didn't know Craig Hodges. I'm like, this old man tripping, man. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about, though? When Christmas hit and we played his team, the owner of the team called my phone, was like, yo, you've been traded for a first-round draft pick and money. Coach Craig team wants you. So I was like, oh, damn, this dude's really serious. So when we played that team, I went back with his team, and then that next day he put me in the gym. He was like, this is the stuff that I think you're doing wrong. And I think this is how, because I'm not really the best dribbler, but shooting-wise, I can score like 50 easy with the right system, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So he put me in the triangle system in different areas to score with my footwork and making read, because I'm really good at reading fast. So, like, if something is happening over here, in my brain, I can see how the defender did something and look there and know where the other guy's going to be if it's a system. Mm-hmm. So he took the time to do that, and that's when I started breaking all these records overseas, bro. It's games where I got on film, bro. I scored like 22 in a row. It's because of how he was molding me. And then when I did my history, of course, prior when I started learning from, I'm like, damn, this dude helped Kobe for all those years. This dude was on the team. Of course, I knew he was on the team with Michael Jordan.
Right.
But when he was shooting, even at the age he's at right now, I was like, damn, this dude, like, he's
out.
amazing.
Yeah.
And not just with basketball, but in life. You know, the one thing that Craig told me about life, you know, to use basketball, but don't let basketball use you. And to have him as somebody that I can just call and do stuff and just talk about life, you know, it's a dream come true to have him ever meet him, because even his attention to detail helped me become the trainer I am today.
So in shooting, there's a couple things. You want to keep your elbow in. You want to follow through. You want to hold it. You want to, you know, get your legs. What do you teach that is so different that like drastically would improve somebody's shot?
I wouldn't say, you know, everything is so different. I don't really agree with the elbow in, because if you look at all the top shooters, like Ray Allen, is his elbow in? His elbow's out. I feel like just do what's comfortable for you. If you can go left and pull up and make it, go right and pull up and make it side step, right side step, like in the defender your face, you can make it. Keep whatever form you have. But if not, that is my job to come in to make changes, not with just your jump shot, but with your mind. And I really do a good job with my clients of mentally stimulating them in a certain way because of the circumstances that I grew up around. Because, you know, you might be around the way, one of your mans might be a schizo, one of your other mans might be a normal guy, one of the other mans might be crazy, but you all hanging out together. So, you know, the one dude, you can't move quick because his flinch, he might punch you. The one dude, so it's like that's how I am with my clients. Once I get to learn who you are, and I get to know who you are, that's when I attack your mental with my training. And that's what I learned from my living situation and from my degree in sociology.
So, all right. So back to the NBA thing. So you're working with Dwight Howard, and now you're like an independent contractor, just working with individual players. At that point in time, how much money were you making at that point in time?
I say with Dwight, they put me under contract, and it wasn't that much, bro. Probably like $2,000 a month, but I feel like
they give you somewhere to live.
They give you somewhere to live. They pay for your food.
You don't pay for
it.
It was the opportunity.
It's an opportunity, and I was just telling Seth on the way over here. I feel like in today's world, everybody just be wanting money so fast. You know, I feel like everybody just is so infatuated with money so fast. But your best opportunities are opportunities that don't bring a lot of money. Mm-hmm. You know, your best opportunities are situations that mold you and help you learn to be the person you're going to be, if that makes sense. And I feel like even on social media, like I was telling them, everybody wants to have the glamorous everything, but they don't understand that the best people, their first few jobs, they didn't make anything. You know what I mean? So I really take pride in, you know, just sacrificing with a lot with that.
So the results is what's going to change the trajectory, right? So after he starts performing, is it another NBA team or another NBA athlete that changes the way that you're doing business now? Now you have an idea of like, you know what? I see my value, I know what to charge. Or was it the celebrity route? Was it like people watching like, you know what, every rapper think they can hoop. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I see this guy's training him. Can I get involved? Like, which one happened? Was it the next athlete or was it entertainment?
Well, I really just started training entertainers just a few years ago. Okay. So that's more like, you know, my spare time. That's something, you know, it's not like.
That's your main thing.
That's not my main thing. Yeah, like my main thing is helping Jaylen Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Bobby Portis. You know what I mean? Like that's what my life is devoted to. And now if I train an artist, now I mean, don't get it messed up. I'm gonna train you like you're getting ready for the finals, but I'm not watching film on you like I spend like I do with my clients. I'm watching hours and hours of film so we can be prepared. You know, and that's the one thing I think people don't know about me. Like they'll see me like last week I trained Peso. You know, he has the number one song in the world right now. Yeah. They'll think like that's my man. I know him. We cool, but like I'm not watching film on him to train him. When we get in the gym, it's more like we get in a connection to see who each other are, and I'm gonna help you with your jump shot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I really want people to really understand my life is devoted to helping my NBA, WNBA, and grassroots players take their games to the next level.